A huge thank you to Helpling for partnering with us on today's video.
Hi, welcome to Jovie's home. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about staying in the Netherlands this summer. Now this is the second year in a row that we are staying in the Netherlands for summer vacation, and honestly, I am so freaking grateful to live in the Netherlands with small kids, and I'm gonna get into it now. There's just so many things to do. There is something for everyone, for different ages, interests, skill levels, and everything, and I love it. I was talking to some of my mom friends in other countries, like expat moms in other countries, and I was like, oh, my kids are gonna do this and this and this. And my friends were like, how is that even possible? That does not exist in their countries. Such a wide variety, so many things to choose from. So if that sounds good to you, then why don't you come on in, kick off your shoes and stay a while. I'm really glad you're here. Today's Dutch word of the day is none other than zomervakantie. That means summer holidays. Zomervakantie. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the multitude of summer camps. Summer camps in the Netherlands, damn, okay? First up, let's differentiate. You have the day camps, which is where probably your younger kids are going to go to, is day camps. And then you have sleepaway camps for older kids, of course. I will leave some links in the description of this video that you can reference. But my son, specifically, I've signed him up for a sports camp. So that is a 5-day camp, Monday through Friday, morning till evening. And he's going to be able to test out a bunch of different sports. So it kind of gives them a chance to discover which sports they're good at or what they're interested in, but also maybe the stuff that they're not interested in. And it gives them a chance to try stuff. And that's just such a cool thing. And yeah, they're going to be busy all day. And, if the weather is nice outside, they're going to be outside. And I just love that for them. And then another camp that I've signed him up for is the Lego engineer camp. What? Do you have a boy or a girl that is super into Lego? Because most parents that have kids my kids' age, all we do is Lego all the time. And so this camp, it's like a 3-day camp where they're going to build Lego with Lego engineers, and they're going to make those Lego actually move. So they might build, I don't know, like a spider, and then the spider can crawl. It's just so cool. It just gives them a little bit of that engineering feel with Lego, and it's educational and fun. So those are the two so far that I've signed up my son for. Let's see what else Dan is going to be, he was a student when he was younger, and this year he's going to be like a leader, or a camp counselor at film camp, where your kid can go for a week and make a little video or learn some film techniques. Just so cool. But there are so many. Sailing camp, surfing camp, so many. And if your kids are older, you also have camps that take them to different parts of Europe and stuff. So it's traveling with, supervision that is not necessarily you if you're working or not able to. So there is just so much that you can choose from. And I love that nurtures their individuality and their interests, and maybe trying something, and it's for a short enough period of time. It's 3 to 5 days if you want a shorter one, where they can have an experience and decide whether or not they want to invest more time in that. And I love that. Okay, enough about camps. Let's move on. Next up, we are going to be going to, I'm sure, a lot of kid-friendly and kid-specific museums. Just wow. I've talked about it so many times on this channel, but I'm obsessed with the different kinds of museums that exist in the Netherlands. I used to think that a museum was just going to a place and looking at sculptures or paintings. Definitely not. Here, there are so many hands-on, tactile museums where you can touch stuff and smell stuff and do stuff and learn stuff. So it's more like an experience, not just of looking and learning, but really getting in there. So for example, one of our favorites is the train museum, the Spoorweg Museum. in Utrecht. Then you have the Nijntje Museum, if you know that little character that comes from here, Miffy in English or Nijntje in Dutch. That's a great museum for little kids where they can go and see like Miffy and stuff, and it's really fun. In The Hague, you have the Children's Book Museum where they have like sculptures and things from books come to life and the kids can play on them. Like there's like a little fire engine and they can go there and then they can go fishing. It's just like there's just so much. There's so much. You have the Science Center, Nemo, in Amsterdam, which is like multiple levels of stuff that they can do and touch. And it's just so fun for them and yet so educational and just great. And I think the best part of all of this is that if you have a museum card, a Dutch museum card, which you should if you have kids, you enter all of these places for free. So you pay for your museum card, it's an annual subscription, and then you can go to all of these places, which is so great. And also, you know, Dutch summer does not necessarily mean beautiful sunny days. We definitely have cold, rainy, crappy days in the summer here, so being able to go somewhere like an indoor museum is great.
And now I want to say a huge thank you to our sponsor, Helpling. You might be wondering, Jovie, how do you manage to do all of these fun activities with your kids and keep your home clean? Well, my friends, the answer is Helpling. Helpling is an online platform that connects you with a domestic helper or cleaner in your area. It's as simple as entering your postcode, choosing your ideal date and time, and then choosing from the list of available cleaners. All of the payment is done through the platform, which is very easy to navigate. We were helped by Eric, who is an absolute delight. He showed up a few minutes early and did a great job. From moving rugs and furniture so he could clean everything to dusting the blinds, Eric left no surface untouched. I am a bit of a clean freak, and you might recognize that from the kick off your shoes portion of my intro. And so having a regular cleaning every 2 weeks really helps me to free up time and focus on the things that I really want to do, like enjoying summertime activities with my kids. Helpling is offering a special discount to Jovie's home viewers. If you use the code JoviesCleanHome10, you will get a €10 discount on the first cleaning of your reoccurring booking. I'll leave all the details in the pinned comment and description below. So thank you once again, Helpling, for sponsoring today's video and for helping me have a wonderful and clean summer break.
The next thing I want to talk about, actually Dan also told me about this. I had no idea, but I'm so excited about it. And that is something called the Jeugdland or Youth Land. Jeugdland. And that is, it's not like a camp, but it is something that is organized in different communities throughout the Netherlands. Maybe it has a bit of a different name if you don't live here in the Hague area, but Jeugdland is what it's called here where we live. And that is something that takes place in the neighborhood. It is organized by the municipality, I believe. And that is something that takes place the week before school starts. So the very last week of summer vacation is this week of Jeugdland. And that is Monday through Friday, and it's from the morning until, midday or evening. That is to kind of help kids get back into the swing of like, oh, we're going to go back to school. So it gives them like a little bit more of a routine again. Maybe they're getting up, the time that they're going to have to get up when they're going to school, things like that. And it's a really fun thing that they can do. So it's a fun thing the week before school that helps them get back into school. So at Jeugdland, it is something full of daytime activities where, one day they're doing like sculpting, one day they're doing some other kind of craft. Another time, let's see, what did he say? There's like crafts, activities, entertainment. Oh, also you can build stuff. So he really remembers that there was these pallets, these wooden pallets, and that they would build like houses or huts out of these pallets. There's just stuff to do and kids are having fun. They also eat lunch there, like you pack them a lunch and they eat lunch there. So it really helps them to get back and excited into the whole thing about school and friends and building stuff. So definitely check out if there's a Jeugdland in your municipality or in your gemeente or a gemeente near you. And if you want to sign up your kid for that. Next up is the nature stuff that we can do here in the Netherlands. So we have so many beaches, parks, and lakes, okay? So I don't want to say that, oh, you can go to a beach from anywhere in the Netherlands, because you can't. But even if you're inland and not, you don't have a beach super close to you, you can go to lakes. There's just so much water and nature and beautiful greenery and parks, places you can take your bike and cycle and have a picnic, or if you're going to the beach or whatever, like have a swim. Like there's just so many things that you can do, and this doesn't cost you anything. But definitely the kids enjoy being out in nature and scavenging for stuff, and you can give them a task like, let's see how many, can you find me a small stick, a medium stick, and a large stick? I mean, I have small kids, so this is not, obviously you wouldn't tell a teenager to do that, but like, you give them like a task or a challenge to see if they can do something or find something. And yeah, like it can become a really fun thing to do. And we are really lucky that in the Netherlands, we have so much nature and so much available to us. Also, that we can use our bikes to get around places. You can do a whole day trip, like cycling around, obviously if your kids have the stamina to do that, but you can do like a whole, you can arrange some kind of day trip with your bike, with your kids. And I just love that idea. I think I'm gonna try to do something like that with my kids. And I'm just so thankful that, yeah, close to where we live is a park where you can barbecue and picnic, but they also have a huge playground, and then also there's a lake. So it's perfect. It's perfect. The last thing that I want to mention, and in my case, this is like a once a year kind of thing. We try to make it special for them, but we have so many cool theme parks for kids in the Netherlands. Obviously, the biggest one is the Efteling, but you also have like the Duinrel, which is like a huge also theme park, but also a water park. So on really, really hot days, you can go there and just go to the splash pad and let your kids swim, or not swim, but splash around. You have Drivliet also. That is a really good one for younger kids, because they have a lot of rides geared for younger kids and not so many of the scary rides like the other theme parks. But there are so many. These were just a few that came to mind. But one thing I also want to mention is a place that I went to recently, and that is called the Linnaeushof. Linnaeushof. Okay, can put it here on the screen. And that is the largest outdoor playground in Europe. That place was amazing, like amazing, and so fun. You just go, and they have also like tons of these kind of playground equipment that you find in the neighborhood playgrounds. But they have like 300 of them. So there's so many things that kids can climb, and they can slide, and they can swing, and they can do all these things. And there's also a water park there. So also for younger kids and older kids, they have all of these things, and it is just fantastic. These things can be quite pricey, like for the Linnaeushof, I think it was 15 euros per ticket that, per person that goes in. So obviously for the parents too, you're also paying for yourself to go in. Efteling, I think those tickets are around 40 euros. You can get them at a discount through Albert Heijn, but still that's pretty pricey. So that's not something that I recommend, like, oh yeah, every weekend we're going to go to, Efteling. Obviously if you have a season pass, yes, you can, but there are many, many theme parks. And if you can, afford, I try to go once a year. That's like a special thing, and it's really fun. But I'm glad that they're around. I'm glad that we have all these options, and they're kind of scattered throughout the Netherlands. So some are closer to The Hague, and others are in other parts of, it's just, I think that no matter where you are, you can get to one. So yeah, let me know what you think, and let me know what you thought of this video, and if you're gonna be testing out any of the things that I suggested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming over. I really appreciate any time that you spent with me today. Thank you also to Helpling for sponsoring today's video, and that's it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Doei!